What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a DC video. So if you are a DC fan, it has been a really good past few weeks for DC, having the latest trailer for Wonder Woman, the first trailer coming out. Now we've got an inkling that the Wonder Woman movie is gonna literally be what said plot leak said. So in this video, we're gonna talk about the Justice League, the Snyder Cut, because I seem to be the biggest, most verified source online for release of Snyder Cut. No, I'm only joking, but there is some new information about the release, the Snyder Cut, and then we're gonna talk about the Robert Pattinson Batman movie that supposedly is in trouble, but I don't really believe that because it's going to be shooting next month, being 2020 January in the UK at Pinewood Studio, we are led to believe. So what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Warstu here with a video on the DCEU's future, which I think is very bright. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never ever miss any of the videos. At the 100,000 subscriber mark, I will be giving away a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X or a Switch. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel and let me know down below why should I pick you. So let's get into this video. So a few days ago we posted a video about Zack Snyder revealing Henry Cavill Superman in a black suit. Now he's been replying to every single person on Vero saying, in my variation of that movie, that's his Superman in the black suit. So a lot of people were like, this is photoshopped, it's fake, blah, 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 blah. It's not fake. So in the original Snyder Cut, which is really hard to understand and actually know what it is, because even if we do get said Snyder Cut on HBO Max or something like that, it's not actually going to be the original Snyder Cut, as Zack Snyder had to rewrite the whole movie of what the original Snyder Cut was that predates the actual Snyder Cut that everyone is talking about. So there's a really interesting article on Screen Rant. I will leave it down below that says quite a lot of stuff. So it says Ray Fisher said during a convention panel that Snyder shot everything he wanted to. There was enough footage for 2 movies. So when you find out the real Snyder Cut is 3.5 hours long, and the total movie footage that he's actually got surpasses 5 hours, it's really easy to understand that. Snyder also recently confirmed Assemble Cut was 5 hours long, with some much in flux during production. Even though Snyder already had a script and storyboards for his own version, it was not inconceivable that Snyder had multiple variations of each scene, including variations that align more with the original vision of the story. Snyder even said at his director's cut event that he shot a lot of original script with the really scary things like Darkseid killing Lois Lane, only to be noted that it was a change. This is where things get really interesting. Since the Snyder Cut needs work to finish, including VFX, minor pickups such as Martian Manhunter. Yes, Martian Manhunter was in Zack Snyder's variation of this movie. If he's able to get funding, it would make sense for him to take this opportunity to get things more in line with the earliest script. This may not mean a full return to Darkseid killing Lois in the Batcave. Not that that's out of the question. But if it is $30 to $40 million is needed for VFX work, what a few $1 million more to change Steppenwolf's back to the scarier look or similar to the original design that have been ruled out of being in the Snyder's Cut variation of 214 minutes. So it is pretty darn interesting that a lot of people are still on this misstep and disbelief. Warner Bros. Sources still allegedly are playing the game, maintaining it's not going to happen, but the support for Henry Cavill and numerous members of supporting cast, as well as a number of high-profile names, including former DC Entertainment president, makes it seem like it's only a matter of time because the fandom wants it to come out. Remember that famous Superman movie that took years to come out? This could take years, guys, but we will get it eventually. Eventually we will get it. With all these sneak peeks, it's a legal problem because Zack Snyder can legally put posters on Vero platform that I'm verified on, Warstu, if you want to follow me on there, but he can't leak the movie. Now, if Zack Snyder was to leak the movie, he would be sued and lose a lot of money, then lose a lot of credibility. Because although Zack Snyder is well known, if he leaked a movie illegally and broke like I guess you could say, copyright, because though he made the movie, it is properties of Warner Bros. He wouldn't be hired again in Hollywood, so to speak, so he can't leak his own movie. But it is interesting that Snyder is leaking, technically, images, replying to fans every single day. Now, also, according to this article, Cavill was wearing the blue and red suit that was going to be done post-production, so he's going to end up in the black suit during post-production, and the reasoning why they shot it in that suit was because it was very easy to change. But what is interesting is he was supposed to be done in the black and silver version, as seen in the death and return of Superman in the very comic book. So it is interesting. You know, I keep making these videos as you guys keep asking for this kind of content. Are we ever going to see Darkseid? Now, it is interesting because, you know, there was Justice League Part 1 and Part 2, but for some reason, it never happened, which didn't make any sense to anyone. But it is interesting that the drama behind the Snyder Cut keeps coming. The fact there's multiple variations of the same movie tells us. And the fact that people still care about this movie 2 years ago. I made so many Justice League videos over 2 years ago now, and people still care. These videos are still getting a lot of comments, a lot of views, a lot of likes, a lot of dislikes. So people, you still care. It causes a reaction. Even Ryan Reynolds had a joke at CCXP Brazil saying, yep, basically this movie is the Snyder Cut. So Ryan Reynolds is joking about it. So it's relevant. And then DC rumoredly said in a Variety article, although we can't confirm if this is even true, because let's be honest, guys, they didn't source anyone who had allegedly said this at DC. They even said Superman's not relevant. Yet you got Ryan Reynolds saying, yeah, this is basically Snyder Cut, which is very interesting. So what is interesting is recently I came across an article, but I can't really confirm the story, but let's talk about it anyway, is that Robert Pattinson, the Twilight star, is apparently struggling to put weight on, according to a Grace Randolph live stream. I know, the most reliable source, Grace Randolph. I mean, if you look at her credentials, she's verified on Twitter. She's got a really big following. She used to work for Marvel. I mean, she's known in the industry. She's been in a movie. I mean, she's got more credentials than most insiders. So, should we believe her? Yeah, sure. I'll give the benefit of the doubt. So, what exactly did she say about Robert Pattinson struggling to get inside, to get shape on? And realistically, guys, you can't put shape on. You can't get big fast naturally. So, I'm not directly quoting what she said, but she said something along the lines, Robert Pattinson is struggling to bulk up. He's just got a slight build, which he hasn't. He's skinny fat. And then she says it's hilarious that Warner Bros. Thinks if they give him a couple more weeks that he can bulk up a bit more. Which, guys, is hilarious, right? I'm going to give you a bit of a kind of lesson. So, if you want to put weight on, you need to be in a calorie surplus in theory. If you want to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit, aka a negative balance of energy. Essentially, you need to be burning more than you're putting in, or you need to be putting in more than you're burning. So, we know most movie stars go on the steroids. That's how it is, guys. Most of them will go on steroids. If someone's really skinny, then they get jacked in 3 months, they're on gear. So it is interesting how he's had this role for multiple months, and if he doesn't come in shape, if he doesn't come in big, we're not going to expect him to be like Bane big or something crazy, but if he doesn't come in with, I don't know, like 15, 16-inch arms, it's going to be pretty bad. Because, you know, this is a Batman that's supposed to be set in his own universe. But, you know, one day he's going to meet Shazam. One day he's going to meet Batman. He's going to meet Batman. Yeah, Batman's going to meet Batman. Yeah, well, maybe from the multiverse. But, you know, one day he's going to meet Black Adam. There's going to be a big universe. So Batman has to be stacked. He has to have some kind of build. Now, everyone was kind of saying bad things about Ben Affleck's version of Batman. But he was pretty lean. Not like bodybuilder shredded, but he was fairly lean. You could see his abs. But he was big. So if this variation of Robert Pattinson isn't big, at least looks like he's put some effort in, then they're going to get some backlash for that. So we do know that apparently they will be starting to shoot the Batman 2021 movie in the next month in UK, which is freaking cool. We already know that apparently there's going to be some scenes in Arkham Asylum. So there was a Variety article, which I've not really stated on this channel, is Variety reports that there was once talks of the entire film being set in the confinements of Arkham Asylum, which they're predecessors for both famous comic books and video games. However, this may not be the occasion, as only a few scenes will take place in Arkham. Whether this is where they already cast villains or will show up in the movie remains to be seen, though one or two of them may end up being there at some point. So essentially, this does make a lot of sense to me. Why? Because there's so many insane villains in this movie, either breaking out from Arkham or being put in Arkham. It does make a lot of sense. Although there's a lot of people online that seem to think they know the storyline for the whole movie, it seems clear to me that literally no one knows what they're on about. I'm hearing stories that this movie is based on the Long Halloween. I've heard movie information that it's going to be a movie like Silence of the Lambs styles of interrogating villains for information. And there's a story here that says Reeves drew up direct panels of the story and have masked detectives visit Arkham Asylum to interrogate a villain for information on a case of the Silence of the Lambs scenes, or is it going to be like the Silence of the Lambs? I don't really think about it. So it is questionable, but we do know that it is going to be hitting the big screens in 2021. So it's also been revealed, kind of, take it with a pinch of salt from an insider on Twitter. So yeah, take anything from Twitter with a pinch of salt. That there's been a rumor we're hearing from reliable sources about Batman suit will be a take on the West costume, incorporating blues and greys, but no longer yellow. But most importantly, I'm told it will feature the white eyes, a little like this minus the yellow, which is, it's just a classic Batman look, which if it does happen, that is pretty interesting. As I have started to cover Batman, I will be trying to do as many videos on the Batman movie before it comes out, because I think this is going to be very interesting. It will be really interesting. The fact that it's going to shoot in UK means that I'm going to try and get a cameo role, which would probably not even happen. I'm just joking to see if anyone's here listening to what I'm actually saying in this video. But it is cool that they're starting to shoot the movie early 2020. As we know, DC has a massive slate of movies, including the Flash movie, which we still don't think they're going to make the Flash movie because that is just ridiculous. But there are a lot of insiders saying it's going to start shooting early 2020. And then on this article, it says, insiders tell THR he knew what he was looking for. The casting process was apparently quicker than normal and went fairly smoother by comparison to other efforts for recent iconic roles getting filled out, such as Superman or Spider-Man, which, I mean, like recruiting process is irrelevant to how good the movie is. So that is it for the Batman segment of this video. Hopefully you can subscribe to the channel and keep up to date with all the latest and greatest Batman, Superman, Justice League news. I know the Justice League news is really old and irrelevant now, but every time we get some new news for the Justice League, I will bring this to you. And it does look like the Robert Pattinson Batman movie could be in turmoil, maybe. I really hope this rumor that apparently Grace Randolph said on a live stream is factually incorrect, because let's be honest, guys, who wants a skinny Batman? Batman is supposed to be muscular. But it is cool that they're going to go to Arkham Asylum to interrogate some villains to get information out of other villains. That does sound fantastic, and I will keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest Marvel and DC news. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe and comment, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.